So guys, it was an interview, and then he said something about the INEC that will shock you. But before that, just know that Nigerians are seeking for the resignation of the current INEC chairman. Here says that APC INEC chairman Amapetan remaining in office is a scandal. We must not allow Nigerians increase the pressure. Amapetan must go. So they are calling for the resignation of the current INEC chairman. That any result he calls will not be accepted by Nigerians. So guys, watch this interview by P2B and let me get your views in the comment section.
Mr. Obi, you proposed the unbundling of INEC, which is the Independent National Electoral Commission, in order to improve its effectiveness. Could you outline specific areas within INEC that you would like to restructure, and how would that restructuring contribute to an increased or enhanced effectiveness of the electoral process?
For me, when I talk about the unbundling of INEC, specifically because it's specific areas, first is that the national body as it is today, independent body supposed to be, it is not entirely independent. It's today, you can call it an agency of the federal government, which it is what it is, but it requires to be totally independent in terms of its appointment of personnel and those that man it. Supposed to be independent in terms of clear laws, supposed to be independent in setting how to conduct election. And for me, when I talk about unbundling, INEC at the national level, Independent Electoral Commission national level, should conduct national election. At the state level, we should have a similar thing that conducts the state level elections. You don't have a national body in America that conducts the election for the various states. Do you have it?
No.
Thank you. So if we say we're practicing American presidential system of democracy, we should practice it the way it's supposed to be. So that we have a body at the state level that conducts the state election. The national body conducts presidential, Senate, and House of Representatives election. And the state body conducts the governorship, House of Assembly, and local government election. With that, you make it more effective. They are not even now trying to add local government election to INEC instead of having the state body. So instead of creating institutions and making them strong, we are bringing a unitary form of existence of institutions that should be evolved within the state level.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, to further dive in more into that question, we talk about election results. What specific reforms do you believe are necessary to ensure that election results accurately reflects the will of the voters? And how do you propose the opposition should collaborate to achieve these reforms?
Well, it's a very simple thing. It's already there in existence in the, call it rules, call it laws, call it anything that is. When INEC was, even the chairman was going around the world preaching that everything will be real time, if I use his word, So this is not record science. It's happening globally. We're a giant of Africa. It's happening in other smaller countries in Africa where election results reflect the will of the people. And I don't think we need to do more than just having people who are determined to do the right thing.
As President Tinubu's administration, you've been critical of some of its priorities and some things that they've done. What do you think are the biggest issues so far under his presidency, and what would you do differently to address those issues?
Well, I think this question will go to Nigeria. it's better you ask the people. Since you have opportunity of interviewing people, you ask them, how do you feel in this government? And just even Nigerians here, because they know they can feel the pulse. It's easy to assess government anywhere in the world. Just how do the people feel? It's about the people. It's not about me. It's not about anybody. It is the people that you ask, how do you feel? Is there improvement? So they can tell you, okay, things have improved. Things are getting. I go around, when I come to America, when I arrived since yesterday, I go around in places. I was in church this morning. I go to restaurant again. When I get back, I say, how is everything? How are things and everything? I do the same thing when I go to Britain. How do you feel about this government? The people are the ones to give you an answer. If the people feel good, then it's good. People feel bad, then it is bad. So if you ask Nigerians this question, whatever they tell you is what is happening. So the assessment is not about me. Oh, listen, what I'm criticizing is things I found that we're not prioritizing use of our resources. I think today Nigeria is not doing well in the critical areas of development. And resources should be channeled there. That's me.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. Now, in reviewing recent examples of government overspending and governance missteps, such as the excessive delegates at the Corporate 28 and the allocation of funds for residences, what is it that the Tinubu administration does not seem to grasp, or what would you advise them in terms of, managing resources better? How would you handle that?
That's exactly what I just said before, that you need to cut the resources. You need to cut waste and be able to channel it to critical areas of development. Funds should go to health, education, and pulling people out of poverty.
Yes, but they seem to know that already. That is something that's known. Why do you think it's not being implemented? It's obviously something that each government that comes.
How will I know why it's not implemented? That's why I'm there saying we're on the wrong track. We're on the wrong track. We should be going this way, not this way. On issue of merger coming together of parties, I always say, as long as any merger or any coming together is for a better Nigeria, for a new Nigeria, for governing properly, and for it. If it's just merger for election or state capture, I'm not part of it. I want to be part of anything. Like I always say, I'm not desperate to be president. I'm desperate to see Nigeria work, especially for the poor people, because we have a lot of potentials. So if the merger is to be able to govern Nigeria properly, unlock all those things that will make Nigeria a better place, and for it, it might be at party level, it might be at individual level, it might be at any level, but we must come together to be able to build a better Nigeria.
Cohesiveness of political parties is something that's always very difficult to do. How do you envision this potential interaction and collaboration?
Well, I cannot doubt his sincerity. Neither can I doubt them, but I've just told you, when you talk about cohesion, not coming together or cohesion not being possible and everything, for me, if the purpose is same, coming together is very easy. It is when we have a divergent or different purpose that it becomes difficult. If the purpose is the same, we are going to the same destination, we don't have any problem.
Great. Now, but political parties, I believe, have different mandates and different political beliefs. Having a cohesion of two...
Quite frankly, I don't think anybody in Nigeria are different from the other.
Okay.
It's just human being. quite frankly, because I don't know anyone that have ideology that is different from the other, quite frankly. Wow. You know, so I think individuals there are parties that have not reached that level of ideological differences.
Okay.
I don't hide. We're basically the same thing. Labor, we might have it in writing, but we have not achieved it in behavior. So, and since we have not achieved it in behavior, we remain the same. So what we need now is to look for individuals that are thinking alike, that believe that where we are is not where we should be, that where we are can be improved, and work together to improve that. Because we can't be with our children and Nigeria can be better. The problem is, I always say that we're living what we're supposed to be talking about and giving all the time to what should not bother us. We have a problem in Nigeria. We should be talking about the problem, not about our parties. For me, I have been in parties that had problems in the past. When I was in APCA, I had problems for years. When I had the opportunity of being governor, the problem was there. I faced my job as governor. I faced the job of doing the job Anambra State elected me for. And people are saying to me, if there's this problem in Nigeria, so how will you have been able to, in your party, have been able to govern? I said, it doesn't bother me. That is not what Nigerian people did not vote for me to go and resolve party problems or deal with party issues. I'm not the party chairman, I'm not anything. I am an elected person who is supposed to deliver based on what I promised, based on what is in my manifesto.
Building on that, let's talk about, I mean, you've been very vocal, we need to put more investment in education, in healthcare, and infrastructure, and there's just so much to do. How do you plan to mobilize resources? What would you tackle first? What's your priorities there?
You see, people talk about mobilizing resources, mobilizing. First is that you have to efficiently manage what is there, which is not happening now. When he was talking about resources being diverted to renovations, right, building new offices, buying vehicles, doing this. Those resources should first be channeled to critical areas of development. There's areas that you use to measure development: health, education, putting people out of poverty. The more you invest money in these critical areas, the more you're able to generate more resources from the people. If the people are healthy, they're productive, just like more you put people out of poverty, the more you can get revenue. How do you get revenue here in America? From taxes.
Sure.
Taxes will only be paid if the people are working. If they're not working, will they pay tax? So you need to, whenever people talk about revenue generation, what I tell them is that it's like bank account. You can't withdraw if you haven't paid anything in. You can't just walk into the bank and say, I've come to take money. From which account? That's what they will ask you. What's your account number? And when you look at your account number, you must have paid something in. That's the way government does. They invest in critical areas of development. It's been proven that the more a society is, the more educated, the more developed. Same thing, if they're healthy, they're productive, people are working, you earn more revenue. In Nigeria, you can't go to my village, can't go to your village, can't go to everywhere and tell people who are unemployed. It doesn't happen anywhere in the world. So it is same thing. And this is something that has been done all over globally. So it is not that difficult to do it.
So in all that you said, where do you start? Is it job creation? Is it education? Or
simultaneously. You can't start in one.
Okay.
You just mobilize the resources and put in the three of them. And like you said, I have been opportune to serve at the sub-national level. We're investing in health, we're investing in education, we're investing in pulling people out of poverty by creating rural roads and everything. We're not busy building mansions. We shut down our last lodge, Governor's Lodge in Abuja, shut down costs of governance, shut down in order to mobilize the resources to critical areas of development.
APC INEC Chairman Amupiton, shame on you. APC INEC Chairman Professor Amupiton, if you have any shred of shame remaining for your system, you're supposed to don't resign, come out for that office, because your few months in office as a pretentious APC leader INEC Chairman has been all a scandal. Amupiton, what level of scandal you ready to carry this country reach before you come out from that office? Even before Nigerians begin to call for your resignation, you should do the honorable thing and excuse yourself, because Ori Buruku Lenshe, Oshilenshe INEC, if the work where they carry on to come do is to carry the mandate of the people and oversee a coronation of Tinubu in 2027, it will fail and fail woefully, because the people reject you, the gods reject you. Nigerians, make una no keep quiet, continue to increase the pressure. Amupiton must go. We reject to allow an APC ward chairman from Kababi Ayeto Rubede to come the pretend say be INEC chairman, especially with the new revelation where Dr. Mike Igini, former INEC rep, don't release again with the fraud where they the so-called electoral act where Akpabio, their Tinubu Deke National Assembly pass. What they are preparing for is a coronation of Tinubu in 2027, unless the people wake up and insist that our vote must count, which it must count, because nobody will steal the mandate of the people again and go scot-free for this country. Amupiton, waiting Nigerians need to do before you know that it is time for you to excuse yourself and allow somebody to come and head that commission they call INEC. Shena, until Nigerians carry you, go meet Fadambaka, go give you to Fadambaka, make it put you for blessed sacrament, raise you up as the monstrance so that everybody go, they adore you before you go come out from office. Abi, make we carry you, go meet Chief Imam. Make they put Amupiton for front of Central Mosque for center. Make everybody start to pray our salat for you. Make you know say Amupiton, it don't reach, make you carry una Ori Buruku they come out. Or Amupiton, you need us to call us choosing and every mass choir to come together. Make we start to sing for front of INEC office. Amupi, a fe kolo. Amupi, a fe kolo. Awa orope Ori Buruku lenje ni INEC yo ekori Buruku lo. Amupiton. Una don't see the so-called forensic investigation where they say INEC do for INEC. That is una don't see Nigerians finish. Ori Buruku Lensho. INEC, they do forensic investigation for INEC. Joro to Joro. APC supporting INEC. INEC supporting APC. Right hand and left hand of the same criminal structure. Ori Buruku Lenshe. Una, they do forensic investigation, but INEC cannot even mention the forensic expert where they carry out the investigation. Oshi Lenshe. Ori Buruku Lenshe. Una see that Ori Buruku where Mahmoud Yakubu do 2023 where he go. Nobody will tamper with the mandate of the people and go scot-free again, because in 2027 our votes must count. The mandate of the people must prevail. Any attempt or attempted attempt to steal the mandate of the people will be met with fierce resistance. Anybody will get more than 30 governor, you get National Assembly, you they control everything, you they do coastal highway, you're not supposed to they fear free and fair election. Ordinary electoral malpractice where other people they do, he reach una tongue, una carry APC Jesse enter una carry APC ward chairman to come the play ball, to come conduct election for APC. Oshilense Nigerians, make una open una ear, continue to increase the pressure. Amupiton chairmanship is a scandal. INEC is becoming a rogue, has become a rogue agency, and Amupiton must go and let the votes of the people count in 2027. What a shame. Ori Buruku Lenshe now. My name is Peter for Nigeria. Amupiton must go and my vote must count.
Because it's in this current INEC chairman that there was a plan not to allow ADC convention to hold. There was a plan so that ADC will not be among a party, among an opposition party. APC wanted only them to be in the ballot box, and you know what that means? It means automatic victory to APC. This was their plan, but people in Nigeria said no. Imagine that the day of the convention, Nigerians hit the street of Abuja. I mean, there was a massive crowd that came out for that ADC convention. They said that anything that will happen should happen. That ADC convention must hold. And guess what? That APC convention, that ADC convention later held. That was when we saw people like Kwankwaso, P2B, Amechi, all of them. Then imagine the forces of P2B and Kwankwaso. This is the reason why APC are scared of ADC. This is the reason why APC are scared and will continue to be scared of ADC, because there's a force ADC is presenting, a force of obedience and a force of Kwankwaso. And we all know that Kwankwaso has level when it comes in the north. Kanu is for Kwankwaso. Even though the Kuba Asadi came out and said that he's going to campaign against Kwankwaso, blah, 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 blah. But we know that people love Kwankwaso very well in the north. Then imagine the force of Kwankwaso and Peter Obi. It's going to be a formidable force that the APC cannot even deal with, which is the reason why they are very scared of this man called Peter Obi and this opposition called ADC. Because you also shocked you to know that many people, even Setandumi, have said that he will join ADC. Then imagine if all these people join ADC, it's going to be a very big force that APC cannot even fight in the next election. And that's the reason why they are fighting so dearly to make sure that ADC does not get into that ticket. They don't want to see ADC in the next election. But people are saying that it's a lie, that ADC have come to stay and they will stay. And I've even given advice to ADC that if P2B is not the flag bearer of that party, that nobody is coming to support ADC in the next election. And I think they sent a message to Atiku that it's better he step down for P2B, or he should go there and fail again, because Atiku have come out I think 6 times and failed those 6 times. People are saying go and allow P2B to run. That is the only way people will support ADC in the next election. So guys, I'll see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment. I'll see you guys there. Don't forget to subscribe if this is the first time here.